A Tale of Golden Fish. Original story by Pushkin. There lived an old man and an old woman quite near the beach of Blue Ocean. They had been living in an old mud hut for just 33 years. The old man was catching fish with his fishing net, and the old woman was spinning yarn for a living. One day, the old man cast his fishing net in the ocean, only to find some mud in the net. He again cast his net in the ocean, but he caught only seaweeds. When he cast the net for the third time, he caught a fish. It was not an ordinary fish, but a golden fish. Then, to the old man's astonishment, the golden fish spoke. She said to him, "Please return me to the ocean. If you do, I will give you anything you want. I will make your wish come true." The old man was startled and was taken aback. He has been a fisherman for 33 years, but he has never heard of a talking fish. The old man released the fish back to the ocean as he kindly said, "Take care, golden fish. I don't expect to get anything from you. Go back to the big blue ocean and have fun to your heart's content." The old man went back to the old woman and told her the strange story he experienced. "I caught a fish all right, but it was a golden fish. It wasn't an ordinary fish, as he spoke to me and begged me to return her back to the ocean. For this, she will reward me anything I want, but I didn't have a desire to receive any reward from the fish, not one bit. So I returned her to the ocean." Then the old woman yelled at the old man and said, "What a fool you are! Stupid! What did you say? No reward from the fish? At least you should ask for a washtub. Don't you know ours is broken?" So the old man went back to the beach of Blue Ocean. The ocean was a little rough, and the old man called to the golden fish. Then the golden fish came near him and asked, "Have you thought of something you want?" The old man bowed and said, "Please have pity on me, dear fish. My wife yelled at me and I couldn't stand her shouting. She demanded a new washtub as ours is worn out." The golden fish told the old man, "Don't worry, go home. You'll have a new washtub." The old man went back to the old woman. The old woman shouted angrily, "You stupid old fool! Why did you ask for a washtub? What benefit does the washtub bring us? Go back, fool! Bow your head deep to the fish and say you want a house." So the old man went back to the beach. The blue ocean was muddy. The old man called the golden fish. The fish showed up and swam near him and asked, "What can I do for you?" The old man bowed deep to the fish and said, "Please have pity on me, your highness, the queen of the fish. My wife is angrier than ever, snapped at me and said she wants a house." The golden fish said to the old man, "No need to lament. Go home and you'll find a house you wish for." The old man went back and found that his old mud hut was gone. Instead, he found a cozy house with an attic. The house also had a white brick chimney and an oak tree gate. The old woman, sitting by the sunny window, scolded him and said, "You fool! You are a real stupid old man, asking for a farmer's house. Go back to the fish and say, bowing deeply, that your wife does not like to be a farm woman, but a noble woman of a distinguished family." The old man went back to the beach of blue ocean, but the ocean was rough. The old man called the golden fish, and the golden fish came out and asked, "Dear old man, what do you want this time?" The old man bowed to the fish and said, "Dear fish, I am begging you. My wife is more and more furious and says she doesn't want to be a farmer, but to be a noble woman." The golden fish said, "Everything will be as you wish. Now go back and see." The old man went back to the old woman. To his surprise, there is a large palace in place of the farmer's house. At the entrance, his old wife was standing, wearing an expensive sable jacket, a golden hood on the head, a genuine pearl necklace around her neck, and a golden ring with a sparkling gem on her finger, and a pair of red fancy high boots. In front of her, there are some submissive vassals, and she is slapping them and pulling their hair to make them obey to her command. The old man asked his old wife, "How are you, wife of a noble man? You must be satisfied." The old woman shouted at her husband and told him to get out and work at the stable. First, a week slowly passed, then another. The old woman is now more and more angry and sent the old man back to the golden fish furiously. "You fool! Go back to the golden fish and bow deeper and say your wife isn't satisfied to be just a noble lady from a distinguished family, and wish to be a queen so that the world will be under her command." The old man was taken aback again and asked her to stop escalating her demands. "My old wife, have you lost your mind? You'll be a laughing stock of the kingdom." At the old man's words, the old woman got all the angrier and slapped her husband and said, "You old fool, how dare you talk to me like that? The lady of a famous nobility. I am talking to you politely, am I not? If you won't go there on your own, I'll have you dragged there by the servants." So the old man reluctantly walked toward the ocean. The ocean looked dark. The old man called the golden fish in a loud voice, and the golden fish came to him and asked, "Dear old man, what can I do for you this time?" Bowing deep, the old man said to the golden fish, "For mercy's sake, dear golden fish, the queen of the fish, again my wife is saying queer things. She says she got fed up with being a noble woman and wants to be a queen to rule the world." The golden fish answered and said, "Don't worry, dear old man. Now go back to the old woman. Her wish will be granted. She'll be a queen." The old man went back to the old woman, and lo and behold, there stood a royal palace, and inside the palace is the old woman, now a queen, and sitting at a dining table. All the nobilities and knights are serving her, and one of them is pouring an imported wine into her glass. The old woman is having gingerbread cookies made from molasses. Around her stood scary-looking vassals carrying hatchets on their shoulders. The old man was taken aback and groveled at the old wife, now at the queen's feet, and said, "How do you feel now, your precious highness the queen? Now you are highly satisfied, I assume." The old woman, now the queen, didn't cast a glance, but signaled with her eyes to her vassals to throw the old man out. The old man was quickly grasped by the neck and kicked out of the castle. At the door, the old man nearly got his head chopped off by the gate guards. Outside the castle, the townfolks jeered at him. "It's a good listen to you, the ill-mannered bumpkin. Know yourself," and laughed scornfully at the old man. Another week had passed, and the old woman became even more angrier than before, and dispatched vassals to search for the old man. The vassals found the old man and brought him to the old woman, now the queen. The queen told the old man, "Go back to the golden fish and bow deeply and say I want to be the real queen. I want to be the ruler of the sea. I want to make the golden fish one of my vassals and make her obey my command." The old man was lost for words and didn't have much strength to oppose or disobey her. The old man unwillingly went back to the blue ocean. The ocean was now black and rough. The waves were furiously roaring and high, as if they were battling. Hesitatingly, the old man called the golden fish, and the golden fish appeared out of the rough waves. "Old man, what is it that you want this time?" The old man bowed deep and begged, "Please save me, the queen of the ocean. What should I do about my old greedy wife? She is not satisfied to be just a queen and says she wants to be the ruler of the ocean. She wants you to be her servant and to wait on her faithfully." The golden fish didn't say anything, but just tapped the ocean's surface with her tail fin and went back to the blue ocean. The old man waited on the beach for the golden fish's answer for a long time, but he finally gave up and headed back to the old woman. When he got back, he could not believe his own eyes. The old shabby mud hut stood there in the old spot, just the way it was before, and the old woman was sitting in front of the broken washtub.